I'm standing in a garage in the Bronx at 2 a.m., and there's a gun pointed at my head. The person holding it? Someone I trusted. Someone I thought I knew. You should have just told the truth, Noah. They say, finger on the trigger. All of this could have been avoided. But here's the thing about truth. It's only valuable when people don't know you have it. 3 months ago, I inherited $500 million. And I told no one. Not my girlfriend. Not my friends. Not even the vultures circling Eleanor's estate. I wanted to see who would treat me right when I had nothing. Who would love Noah the broke orphan instead of Noah the millionaire. Turns out the answer was nobody. And now, because of that choice, I'm about to die. But let me take you back. Back to where this all started. Back to the day the only person who ever loved me stopped breathing. Before we dive into the story, and trust me, you need to hear every word, I need you to do something. Hit that subscribe button right now. This story is going to shock you. It's going to make you question everyone in your life. And I want you here for the whole ride. Smash that like button. Let me know you're ready. Now, let's pray together. Dear Lord, bless everyone watching today. Give them wisdom to see the truth in people. Protect them from those who only love money, not souls. And help them understand that sometimes, losing everything is the only way to find out what really matters. Amen. All right, family. Let's go back 3 months. Back to the funeral. Back to the beginning of the end. Eleanor Whitmore died on a Tuesday. They said it was a heart attack. Sudden. Unexpected. The Ice Queen of Manhattan, dead at 62. The funeral was massive. Politicians. Celebrities. Business moguls. Everyone pretending they cared about a woman they called cold and ruthless. But I knew different. Eleanor wasn't cold. She was careful. She'd been hurt too many times to show weakness. She found me when I was 8 years old, living in the worst foster home you can imagine. Bruises on my arms. Fear in my eyes. Nobody wanted me. I was the problem child. The one who fought back. Eleanor visited that home once. Some charity thing. She saw me sitting alone in the corner and asked, "Why are you crying?" "I'm not." I lied. She smiled. Good liars become either great businessmen or great criminals. Which one do you want to be? Neither. I just want someone to want me. Something changed in her face. A week later, she came back. "Pack your things, Noah. You're coming with me." Just like that, my life changed. She never married. Never had kids. People said she was incapable of love. But she loved me. In her own way. Strict. Demanding. But safe. Stable. Real. She taught me everything. Business. Strategy. How to read people. How to survive in a world that eats the weak. "Trust is earned, Noah," she'd say. And rarely deserved. I thought she was being paranoid. Turns out she was being smart. At the funeral, I stood in the back. Watching. Eleanor's relatives were there. People who never visited her when she was alive. Her business partners, fake tears in their eyes. Everyone performing grief like a rehearsed play. My girlfriend Mara stood next to me, squeezing my hand. "I'm so sorry, babe. I know she meant everything to you." "Yeah," I said quietly. At least you're free now. You can finally live your own life without her rules." I looked at her. "What do you mean?" "I just mean, Eleanor was controlling, wasn't she? Always telling you what to do. Now you can be yourself." Something about the way she said it bothered me, but I pushed it away. After the funeral, the lawyer called me into Eleanor's office. Mr. Harrison, 60 years old, been Eleanor's lawyer for decades. He slid an envelope across the mahogany table. She left specific instructions. "This is for your eyes only." I opened it. Inside was a letter, an illegal document. The letter read, "Noah, if you're reading this, I'm gone. And I'm sorry. Not for dying, that's inevitable. But for leaving you alone in a world full of wolves. I've left you everything. $500 million. my companies, my properties, everything. But I need you to do something for me. Don't tell anyone. Not yet. See who treats you well when they think you have nothing. See who stays. See who really loves you. Only then will you know who to trust. The world is cruel, my boy, and people are crueler. Now see the world for what it is. I love you. Always. Eleanor. I stared at the paper. $500 million. I was a millionaire. Actually, a multimillionaire. But Eleanor's words echoed in my head. See who treats you well when they think you have nothing. Mr. Harrison, I said slowly, does anyone else know about this?
No.
Per Eleanor's instructions, only you and I know the contents of the will. And if I wanted to keep it that way? He raised an eyebrow. That would be unusual, but possible. For a while, at least. How long? The estate needs to be settled eventually, but I could delay probate. Maybe 6 months. A year if we're creative. Do it, I said. Don't tell anyone. I need time to figure this out. He nodded slowly. As you wish. I walked out of that office with $500 million in my name and told no one. Not my girlfriend. Not my friends. Nobody. I wanted to see who would stay when they thought I was still broke Noah. Still nobody Noah. Turns out I was about to find out exactly who people really were. The next day, I moved out of Eleanor's penthouse. Mara was shocked. What are you doing? You can stay here. It's paid for. It doesn't feel right. I lied. Living in her space. I need something smaller. Simpler. Simpler? Noah. This is a penthouse in Manhattan. Why would you leave? Because I need to figure out who I am without Eleanor. She didn't understand. But she helped me pack. I found a tiny apartment in the Bronx. 1 bedroom. Thin walls. Neighbors who fought every night. It was perfect. I also quit my comfortable office job, the one Eleanor had arranged, and got work at Joe's Auto Garage. Manual labor. Minimum wage. Oil under my fingernails. Mara was horrified. Why are you doing this? You have a degree. Eleanor gave you opportunities. I need to do this, I said. I need to know I can survive on my own. This is crazy, Noah. You're throwing your life away. Or maybe I'm finding it. She didn't get it. And honestly, I wasn't sure I did either. But I needed to know. Needed to see. It didn't take long for things to shift. Mara started complaining. About the apartment. About my job. About money. We can't even go out anymore, she said one night. You're working yourself to death for barely anything. I thought you said you'd follow me anywhere, I reminded her. I meant somewhere better, not backwards. So you only want to be with me if I'm successful? That's not what I said. But it's what you meant. The fights got worse. More frequent. More honest. You've changed, she said. Ever since Eleanor died. It's like you're running away from something. Maybe I'm running toward something. I shot back. Toward what? Poverty? Struggle? Wake up, Noah. This isn't noble. It's stupid. I looked at her. Really looked. And I saw it. She didn't love me. She loved the version of me that came with Eleanor's connections. Eleanor's world. Eleanor's money. Now that she thought I had nothing, I was just a burden. We broke up 2 weeks later. I can't do this, she said, packing her things. I need someone stable. Someone with ambition. You're just lost. Yeah, I said quietly. I am. And now I know you won't help me find my way. She left without looking back. Eleanor's relatives started calling. Her brother, Robert. Her niece, Vanessa. People I'd barely met. Noah, we're so glad we finally reached you, Robert said on the phone. We wanted to check in. See how you're doing after Eleanor's passing. I'm fine. We heard you moved. Left the penthouse. Are you struggling financially?
I'm managing.
Well, if you need anything, we're here. Family takes care of family. Family. These people hadn't spoken to Eleanor in years. Now suddenly they cared? What do you want, Robert? A pause. I want to make sure Eleanor's legacy is protected. She built an empire. Someone needs to manage it properly. The lawyers are handling it. But you were close to her. Maybe we could work together. Make sure her wishes are honored. I'll think about it. I hung up. They didn't care about Eleanor's legacy. They cared about Eleanor's money. And they thought I was just the broke foster kid with no claim to anything. Perfect. Then she showed up. Iris. I was working late at the garage, closing up, when a woman stepped out of the shadows. Noah Blake? She asked. I turned. She was maybe 40, elegant, calm, with eyes that saw too much. Who's asking? My name is Iris Chun. I was a friend of Eleanor's. I never heard her mention you. She wouldn't have. Our friendship was private. What do you want? She stepped closer. I want to help you, because Eleanor asked me to watch over you if anything happened to her. She died of a heart attack. Natural causes. Did she? Iris tilted her head. How do you know? The doctors said. Doctors can be paid. Autopsies can be rushed. Death certificates can be forged.
Esther here.
What are you saying? I'm saying Eleanor didn't die naturally. She was murdered. The words hit me like a punch. That's insane. Who would? Someone who wanted her fortune, Iris said simply. Someone who knew she was about to change her will. Someone who couldn't let that happen. But she already changed her will. She left everything to... I stopped. Iris smiled. To you. I know. But they don't know that. Not yet. And when they find out, Noah, you'll be next. My blood ran cold. Why should I trust you? Because I know things about you that only Eleanor would know. Like the scar above your left wrist. From the broken glass at your third foster home. Or how you used to sleep outside her bedroom door after nightmares because you were afraid she'd disappear. Couldn't breathe. How do you? Eleanor told me everything. Because she knew something might happen to her. And she wanted someone to protect you if it did. Protected from who? From whoever killed her. And Noah. Iris looked me straight in the eyes. They're closer than you think. After Iris left, I couldn't sleep. Every sound made me jump. Every shadow looked suspicious. Was she telling the truth? Did someone really kill Eleanor? And if so, who? Robert. He had motive. Eleanor's fortune would change his life. Vanessa. She always seemed resentful that Eleanor chose me over her. Mr. Harrison? The lawyer who knew everything? Or Mara, who left exactly when I became poor? I started digging. Quietly. Carefully. I called Mr. Harrison. I need Eleanor's medical records. From the weeks before she died. Why? Personal reasons. Noah. Is something wrong? Just get me the records. They arrived 3 days later. I went through them line by line. Eleanor had been healthy. No heart problems. No warning signs. So why did her heart suddenly stop? I called the hospital. Asked questions. Got nowhere. Until one nurse, off the record, whispered. There was something strange. Her final blood test showed elevated levels of something. But the doctor said it was nothing. Said not to include it in the official report. Elevated levels of what? I don't know. They made us delete it. Someone covered something up. Iris was right. Eleanor was murdered. A week later, Robert invited me to dinner. We need to talk about Eleanor's estate, he said. In person. I told you the lawyers are handling it. Noah, please, let's not be strangers. You were important to Eleanor. That makes you important to us. I didn't trust him, but I needed answers. I agreed to meet. The restaurant was expensive. The kind where Eleanor used to take me. Robert was already there. With Vanessa. Noah. She hugged me. Fake warmth. It's so good to see you. We sat down. Ordered food I couldn't afford but pretended I could. So, Robert began. We've been thinking. Eleanor's estate is complicated. Lots of assets. Lots of decisions. And you're young. Inexperienced. What's your point? We want to help. Manage things. Make sure you're taken care of. Taken care of? I thought you said the estate was complicated. It is. Vanessa jumped in. But we're family. We look out for each other. Eleanor left specific instructions, I said carefully. I'm sure they'll be followed. Robert's smile tightened. Do you know what those instructions are? Do you? Pause. He didn't know. Neither did Vanessa. They were fishing, trying to figure out if I knew about the inheritance. We just want what's best, Robert said. For everyone. I'm sure you do. The dinner ended awkwardly, but I learned something important. They didn't know. Not yet. But they were looking, and when they found out I'd be in danger. 2 days later, someone broke into my apartment. Nothing was stolen, but things were moved, searched. They were looking for something. Proof of the inheritance, maybe. I called Iris. They're getting desperate, she said. You need to be careful. Careful? Someone broke into my home. And soon they'll do worse. Noah, you need to make a choice. Stay hidden and stay in danger. Or reveal the truth and take control. If I reveal the truth, they'll just come after me for the money. They're already coming after you. At least if they know, you'll know who your enemies are. She was right. I called Mr. Harrison. It's time. Announce the will. Publicly. Are you sure?
No.
But do it anyway. The news broke the next morning. Eleanor Whitmore's $500 million estate left to foster son Noah Blake. My phone exploded. Calls, texts, messages. Mara, Noah, we need to talk. I made a mistake. I love you. Robert. We should meet. Discuss how to manage this together. Old friends I hadn't heard from in years. Hey man. Long time. Let's catch up. I ignored them all. Except one message. From Iris. Meet me tonight. Same place. It's time you knew everything. I met Iris at the garage at midnight. Eleanor didn't just die, Noah, she said. She was poisoned. Slowly. Over months. By who? Someone close. Someone she trusted. Tell me. Iris pulled out a folder. Inside were documents. Medical records. Bank statements. The poison was administered through her medication, Iris explained. Someone switched her heart pills with something else. Something that slowly stopped her heart. Who had access to her medication? Her assistant, her doctor, her family, and... She hesitated. And who? And you, Noah. I stepped back. What? I'm not accusing you, but the police will. You were the only one who benefited from her death. You had access.
Motive.
Opportunity. I didn't kill her. I loved her. I know, but they won't care. Unless we find proof of who really did it. Do you have proof? Some. But not enough. Then what do? We set a trap. Draw out the killer. Make them confess. The plan was simple. Announce that I was contesting Eleanor's cause of death. Demand a full investigation. The killer would panic. Make a mistake. We just had to wait. The wait didn't take long. 2 nights later, someone tried to kill me. I was walking home from the garage when a car swerved toward me. Deliberately. Tried to run me down. I jumped out of the way just in time. The car sped off. But I saw the license plate. It belonged to Vanessa. I called the police. Told them everything. They brought Vanessa in for questioning. She broke within hours. It wasn't supposed to be like this, she cried. Eleanor promised me. She promised I'd inherit. Then she changed her mind. Changed her will. Gave everything to you. So you killed her? I didn't mean to. I just wanted her to get sick. To reconsider. But it went too far. She died too fast. The confession was recorded. She was arrested. Robert was investigated too. Turned out he knew. Helped cover it up. Both of them went to prison. I'm standing in Eleanor's old office now. My office. The $500 million is mine. Officially. Legally. I started a foundation. For foster kids. Kids like me. Mara tried to come back. I said no. Robert and Vanessa are in prison. And Iris? She's still around. Still watching. Still protecting me like Eleanor asked. Do you regret it? She asks. Hiding the money? Testing everyone. I think about it.
No.
Because now I know. Now I see people for who they really are. And what do you see? That Eleanor was right. Trust is rare. And almost never deserved. So you'll trust no one? I'll trust carefully, I say. Like she taught me. Iris smiles. She'd be proud of you. I hope so. Because keeping that $500 million secret taught me something Eleanor spent her whole life learning. Money doesn't show you who people are. The absence of it does. And now I know exactly who everyone is. The question is, what do I do with that knowledge? If this story taught you anything, let it be this. People show their true colors when they think you have nothing. Test them. Watch them. See who stays when the money's gone. Because real love doesn't need wealth. Real friendship doesn't need status. And anyone who only wants you when you're successful, they never wanted you at all. Hit subscribe, hit like, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Thank you for listening and thank you for subscribing. I love you all. Until next time, stay wise, stay careful, and trust carefully. God bless you. Sparkles.